Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be looking at 3D trigonometry. So we have a cuboid here, right? And it's giving us some information. It says AE equals 4 centimeters. AD equals 5 centimeters, DC equals 8 centimeters. It's asking us to calculate the length of AG. And it's asking us to give it to 3 sig figs. So first thing, we're going to label. So this is 4 centimeters. AD is 5 centimeters. DC is 8 centimeters. Okay, so A to G. Let's draw a line. A line to A to G. Drawing may be inaccurate. Then we have a line A to C. Okay. Making us a triangle. Right there. Okay. We want to calculate the length of A to G. This is what we want to find from here to here. Well, we are given this length right here, A to D, and D to C and A to E. Well, if you look very carefully, you can see that we have a triangle made inside here as well. So what we want to do is we want to do Pythagoras to find out the hypotenuse, right? Now, G to C, because this is a cuboid, is also going to be 4 centimeters. So after we find out the hypotenuse, we're going to do the same process and add it onto 4 squared. So if you want to write this all in one, you're going to have square root of 5 squared plus 8 squared plus 4 squared. 5 squared, that length, 8 squared, that length. That will give us your hypotenuse. And of course, you're going to add on whatever this is, the hypotenuse, onto this, square root it, because you're trying to find A to G, and that will give you an answer of 10.2 centimeters to 3 sig figs. Yep. That is question 1 solved, and let's go on to a harder one. Okay, here we have another problem. Now, this time, instead of a cuboid, we have a triangular prism. And you can already see that you're given an angle, you're giving a length, so you're going to have to do some sort of SOHCAHTOA, and you can already figure that out. So you'll say you're given that CD is 7 centimeters. They have already labeled that for us, thankfully. A to D is 10 centimeters, and angle FDC is 30 degrees. We want to calculate angle AFC, so that right there. And we want the answer to 1 decimal place. So where do we start? Well, always start to connect the lines. So we are going to connect it from there, there. Going to try our best to keep it straight. Something like that. Yeah. Very nice. So that's the angle we're trying to find. What can you see from this? You can see, well, you can't see very clearly because of the messy drawing, but you can see that we have a triangle beneath here as well. You know that we have this. We're given 10 centimeters. Okay, I already tried to see that we have a triangle beneath here, so we're going to have to do something with that later on. But firstly, let's work with the information we have. We have 30 degrees here, 7 centimeters here. What can we do with that information? So let's draw a triangle. Okay, that we have a length of 7, and then we have an angle of 30 degrees, and we have a opposite x. Well, SOHCAHTOA, let's see. This 7 is our adjacent. This is our hypotenuse. This is our opposite. because it's opposite the angle. So opposite. Well, what are we trying to work out? Well, we're trying to work out what x is. So we're going to have to do something with the opposite. So either this or this. Are we given a hypotenuse? No, we're not. So we're not going to be able to do that or that. So we're going to have to do tan of 30 degrees is equal to x opposite divided by 7 adjacent. Rearrange to find x. We're going to get 7 tan 30, which is x. Work that out. X is something along 4.04145. Okay, now we have that and label that. So something like 4.04145. Alright, what else can we do now? Well, remember this triangle? We can see that we have a side here and another side there. So what can we do? We can apply the Pythagorean theorem to work out the hypotenuse. So let's do that. Let's draw the triangle. So something like that. 10 is our length here. 7 is this length. And let's label them as well. Remember to label them. So I should label this one as well. D, F, and C. Okay. So just do the Pythagorean theorem, which says AC is equal to the square root 10 squared plus 7 squared. Let's use the calculator. That's 12.2065, and so on and so on. Okay, now we have this 12.2065. Okay, I'm not gonna write it. But you know, we have the hypotenuse figured out now. Okay, what can we do with that information now? Let's draw this triangle now, this triangle. And let's label it as well. A, F, and C. Okay, our opposite is going to be 12.2. Let's do it to 1 decimal place. 12.2. Our adjacent is going to be 4.04. And the hypotenuse we don't know. And we don't need to know. So let's label it. This is our opposite. This is our adjacent. This is our hypotenuse, but we don't really need to care much about this. So SOHCAHTOA again. What do we see? Okay, we have ourselves a opposite. That's good. What else do we have? We have ourselves an adjacent. But we don't have a hypotenuse. So anything with hypotenuse, get rid of it right away. So that goes away. And again, we're left with tan, an angle which we know as theta, is equal to 12.2, the opposite, over 4.04, the adjacent. To cancel the tan, we do the inverse tan. So we on the right hand side, we're going to get the inverse tan of 12.2 over 4.04, in which we're left with theta is equal to 71.7 degrees. And there you have it. That's our final answer. This question would be something like 4 marks. Know your SOHCAHTOA and you'll be fine. So, thank you for watching. See you in another video.